that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't geeks, too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it. Ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that. But an ass back, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like
that. A window. Like tenfold. She's a nympho.
All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. This one fielded at the 5. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Now, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Here we go. 30 base.
Man, I got you.
Say 61. Matchbox lights. Shit. Hey. Motion.
So that'll back him up 5.
We go.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, box drop.
16, light 16. Check.
Hey, Sam off.
Under 10.
Yo, go. Ready?
Operating from the gun, Townsend. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
I'm too strong out here.
Our gain is 2. Brings up 2nd and 13 at the 16-yard line.
Ready up.
Back 16. Check back 16. Get the ball.
Go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Oh, it fail over what?
Set up a 3rd down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important.
2 dudes
going
fell
forward.
over. One fell for nothing, and the other one tripped over
That's
the nigga
something
that
when
fell
you
for
see
nothing.
it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Kill.
Yep.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Five. Go.
I got motion, man. Me. I got this.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across.
He broke on it and everything, then went behind.
16 yards there.
Like you broke and you were in front of him, and then you went behind him. This game, bro. Just too animation driven, dog. But they just determine what's gonna happen. Too animation driven.
Hey, Charlie.
Switch gears.
Let's go.
They'll run for the first time to Johnson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
X3, 218, chopper. Go. Now.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Let's go. 90, Wolf. Hey, Echo.
Bandit. Mike 16. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's
Hard.
slam.
Hey. High 7.
On third down, Townsend. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Brandon, their last miss on third down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a fourth down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
The Bills send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready. Secure. 81. Exit. Show it. Watch the end.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it with Jones. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing is Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Norman. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Play action. It's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. The 20. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Norman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Pilot, 64, win. Smooth.
Check mine.
Get it.
From the gun, Townsend on the check down. He finds Kamara. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
Bomber, 22 Jets bomber. Hey, Haywood.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Deep rip.
From the gun on 3rd down, Townsend
Oh, you gotta catch
that.
that.
Might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
This is brought in at the 21.
And
now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being
ain't got no wiggle to you.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Jackson. On the crossing route, complete. That's Brooks. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They go play action here on first down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And Jackson throwing once more. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Third and goal, Jackson.
Why is he slipping, dog? Why is my quarterback slipping?
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Number 16's coming. Check Mike. Check. Yes, yes.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6.
Rock it. Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Townsend got his man there complete to Gallup. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Townsend.
Dang, dog. What the f are you doing? Like, why the frick are you?
30. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Hey, wahoo! Now.
On first down, Townsend. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. On first down, it's Johnson. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch time. Tight end right. 4 down. Check. You got tight right there. 61, matchbox lights. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, orbit. 5.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd down.
Let's get it. Number 16, get it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Townsend.
Okay.
In the air and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
We're playing with me, boy. Like you ain't gonna catch it.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
55. Eat. You're not ready.
Now it's Jackson. He completes this to Sutton. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Excuse me.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This will be fielded at the 8th. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go play action now. Jackson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They go play action with Jackson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. He's got the first down here inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. From the gun, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Ready, ready.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
New draw Corpus. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
2nd and 9 now. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Townsend completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
His position and
they do not let you take control of the guy, man. That junk is annoying.
We're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
No.
Johnson running right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Switch. Hey, foxtrot.
The 16's coming. Check Mike. Yeah. Mike, 16.
To throw on 2nd down. Townsend. Dixon, complete. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action.
Now, Gary, where you at, bro? Where are you at?
Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Hot. Number 16's coming. Check Mike. Ready?
From the gun, Townsend out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I got one. Hey, check Mike 16.
Throwing on first down, Townsend. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive. knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Protein spill. Hey, Charlie.
Throwing again. Townsend. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Ed Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Man. Hey, Echo. Hey, lock it.
Off play action. Townsend. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks
that
for
nigga
him
ran
on
through
the
3
season.
dudes.
I think you'd have to
That's
say
a 1,
defensively,
2.
these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we
Then
talked
the
about
tight
them
end just
holding
got out the
them
way.
under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Another try after the first down.
Oh, my God.
Jackson, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ben Banagoo able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You can't stop me.
Get it.
Back to throw. Townsend drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Go out. Hey, turn it up. Hey. Be driven.
Operating from the gun. Townsend going to take a shot for Gallup. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check, look, squeeze.
55 is mine, guys, 55.
On 4th down, Townsend. And no, it's incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Check, go. Three bud. Mike 50, play. Mike 55. Check. Mike 5.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Mike 55.
Play action. It's Jackson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Ben Banagoo in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Looking to throw. Townsend complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. 22 yards there, a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Townsend completes it to Dixon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Second and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Throwing on 3rd and long. Townsend, that's complete to his running back Kamara.
Man, get the freak out of it. Like, come.
Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Oh, Madden want to take over, boy. They're going to take over.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. From the gun, Townsend throwing the out route incomplete. It's Dixon. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Townsend. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Hey, orbit. Leo. 5.
Looking to throw. Townsend. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, we can't catch that, though.
Almost
Get
intercepted.
the freak out of
He had
here.
a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And his kick is indeed good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big
I messed
deal.
up mine.
You just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly
Shut
right.
out,
We
man,
should
with
take
that
them for
bogus
granted, but I have a
face
theory
mask.
about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
45, 61. You can't block me.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Excuse me.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Switch. Okay. Go. Motion. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Don't let him breathe.
Get it to him, Jet.
Now Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Man, what
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Pick there by Nick Nelson. Now the return will stop right at 25.
boy. They don't let you control your man or nothing.
In a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Check 55 to Mike. Hey. 55's Mike, guys. 55.
He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get.
Here's Jackson. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Jackson to throw. Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. It's now 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
We want it. Come free. Hey, check 24.
Throwing now is Jackson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Right there in the middle. 55. Rip right. No. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. Watch the screen.
Here's Jackson to throw. And it's incomplete. We're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defense.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Jets, they continue to cruise through this